Hello everyone, TMMgamer here, bringing you some more Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. Now this gameplay is a very nice striker gameplay on mission. It's just a regular 6v6 domination, and my class setup is Sleight of Hand Pro, Hardline Pro and Steady Aim Pro. Now, before I get into the gameplay, there's just one thing I really want to talk about, and that is my core reason for starting my YouTube channel. Because last time I uploaded a gameplay, I think it was 2 days ago now, I had a comment saying, oh, this gameplay's only 45, 46 kills, however many it was. You know, it's not really that good. Why are you uploading it? And that sort of, it annoyed me a little bit, you know, because the whole aim of my channel is to help you guys get better at Call of Duty. And the way you get better at Call of Duty is by watching gameplays that are tight. I mean, as this gameplay shows, I can pub stomp. You know, if you want me to upload every single gameplay is a pub stomp gameplay where I just get kills and we win the game easily, then I can try and do that for you. But I think you guys would, you know, gain a lot more through games that I like to upload. What I normally like to upload is interesting gameplay. So perhaps it's not the gameplay where I get the best score or get the best KD. I might not even come top. But the thing I like to upload is that tighter game, where through good tactics and good communication we beat a good team, and then I show you how we did that. And then by watching this style of video, you can really begin to see how we win these tight games. Because, you know, if you watch a Mark of J or a FearCrads video, and I'm not saying anything about those two guys, they are fantastic Call of Duty players and really good YouTubers, so, you know, I'm not hating at all here, but they will show you how to kill or basically pub stomp. But one stat I like to quote is FearCrads' KD about 2 or 3 weeks ago was only 2.7, and the reason I know this is because Syndicate Project uploaded a video showing him prestiging, you know, the live commentary of him prestiging, showing his classes and everything, and FearCrads was on his friends list, and he only has a KD of 2.7. Now, what Mike likes to do is upload his best gameplay, because that's what he's known for, and Mike is an absolute beast at doing that. You know, he can get those 100 kill games in Black Ops regularly, he can get those 80, 90 kill games in Modern Warfare 3 regularly, and that's what his subs want to watch. But the whole point of my channel is to try and help you guys to get better, and I think you get better a lot quicker. As I get completely nerfed by Dead Man Stand there, but I think you guys will get better by watching these tight gameplays instead of just watching me do, pardon me, what I'm doing here, which is basically just rip these noobs apart. And these people are noobs, and noobs brings me quite nicely on to my next topic of conversation, which is the Striker. Now, a lot of people out there say, oh, the Striker's so overpowered, you know, it has extended mags and with range and damage, it's really overpowered. And I am going to guarantee you that the only people who say this are noobs, because if you actually sit down and think about it, the Striker is not overpowered at all. Because let's just compare it to, let's say, the ACR. Now, the ACR, in my opinion, is the most overpowered weapon in Modern Warfare 3, and this is for several good reasons. First and foremost, it has virtually no recoil, so its range, you know, its threat at long range is very high. It has a reasonable rate of fire, so it's actually quite good close up because it has a good hip spray as well, so you can kill people, you know, close up. You saw from that kill there, that is the maximum range with Striker with the range proficiency, because I'm using the range proficiency on this. So that is not long range. If I turned the corner and a guy with an ACR was there, he would have killed me. It's because I flanked the guy that I've made, you know, made the Striker look good. If I take an ACR on at long range, I will lose every single time. So, is the Striker really that overpowered? Yes, it is unbelievable at close range, but for that unbelievable close range ability, you lose any ability at long to medium range. Because I reckon for about 70% of the gunfights you get into, for example this gunfight here, I am totally powerless with a Striker now. The guy has an assault rifle, he's got me trapped, and I am screwed. And it's only through a bit of good play that I managed to get out of that. So for people sitting there and saying, oh, the Striker's OP, the Striker's OP, if you say the Striker's OP, you've got to say every single assault rifle's overpowered, because the Striker is pathetic at any range at all. So that's what really gets me about this. And you can just see Infinity Ward nerfing the shotguns, nerfing the weapons which are the worst class in Modern Warfare 3, and leaving weapons like the ACR and the Type 95 as they are, because the Type 95, they say they've patched it, but I really can't notice any difference. It is just beastly. It's still beastly up close, it's beastly at range, it's beastly at the middle. It's just a monster. So when people ignore the ACR and ignore the Type 95 and put all of their hate on a striker, it really does annoy me. However, I do have a theory why this happens. The vast majority of people on YouTube are in, I'd say, the top 1% of Call of Duty gamers. Now, I don't know whether that applies to my good self, but the people I'm thinking about here are the people like XCal, you know, Marker J, XJaws, you know, these sort of guys who are beasts. Now, these guys can adapt their playstyle to shotguns, so they will do very, very well with the Striker, because the Striker is the best shotgun. However, that does not make it a good weapon. You know, like I've said, it is powerless at long range, you know, and you can't really balance that out with a secondary weapon, because in Modern Warfare 2, the Striker was a secondary. You could have a long-range weapon as your primary. However, now in Modern Warfare 3, they are primaries. If you pick a shotgun, you are at a serious, serious disadvantage to other players. So when people think that the Striker's overpowered, what I think's happened is that they've watched a little bit too much XCal, because XCal uploads this series of Only Use Me Striker, I think it's called, where every gameplay he uses a Striker and wrecks shop. But the simple fact of the matter is, this isn't because the Striker's some god's cannon of a weapon. It's because XCal is some god of a player. I mean, XCal is an unbelievable player, and he could take pretty much any weapon in the game and do that. However, if you take any random Call of Duty player and give him a Striker, I will guarantee that against good players, he will die. Because if a good player uses an ACR or a Type 95, he is just going to monster the guy with the Striker. And that's what I want to get across, you know. Do you want to see me doing what I'm doing here, which is basically kick the crap out of bad players? Or do you want to see me and 2 or 3 friends beating close matches, you know, winning these close games, beating opponents who know what they're doing? Because that is what I am thinking about when I think about my channel. You know, I am not this monster kill whore. I am quite an objective-based player. I like to win. I like to have a high win-loss. And people, I think a few people have missed the point here of my channel. You know, I am not trying to compete with the Marker Js, with the Fear Crads, because I know, as pure kill whores, as I get horribly panic knifed again, but as pure kill whores, those guys are very hard to beat. However, I know I need to stop saying however quite as much. I keep getting comments saying stop using however as much. I am working on it, trust me, but it just flows very naturally for me when I say that. But I am working on it. Anyway, let's get back to it. You know, do you seriously want to see me just try and get kill whore games, or do you enjoy the games which are tighter, where I give you tips about, you know, good flanking routes and the weapons to use on the map and good places to capture spot and how to beat, you know, how to win these tight games? Because even if I don't explicitly tell you these things every time in gameplay, I see a lot of comments saying, oh, I use your starting route in that map and it helped me get a triple spray. And when I see comments like that, that really, really makes me happy, because it makes me realise that my videos are helping you. So what would you rather see me do? Would you rather see me upload more of these sorts of gameplays, the 60 and 9s, or do you want me to continue to stick to these tight gameplays where I can show you tips and where you can pick up good starting routes to use against the better players? Anyway, guys, the final score is 60 and 9. I think this is a very, very nice gameplay, and it's a very nice setup for the Striker if you haven't used it already. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening to me, and have